Fiora, Varus, and Yon. Well, another Fiora matchup of the day. I wonder how this guy's gonna play compared to the other guy. I'm gonna try what Aloys does and go longsword 3 potions against the Fiora. So this guy's going Grasp Fiora, so he's actually forfeiting the early laning phase for sure. Like he's just like, I don't want any part of it. So we get to practice our bounce back. So we're gonna end up having Florence Blade, Longsword, like 3-4 potions, and I wonder how we're gonna trade on the bounce back. That's like, those are the parts right now that I'm like figuring out matchup per matchup. Because before I used to do 3-4 wave crash and then I would either invade Rome or whatever, right? But I've decided that it's like, it's not worth it to do any of that stuff with the changes Riot did over like the last year or two. So now we've got to learn how to play the recall timing back perfectly. That's like the next step for each matchup. Once I have those down, it's over. Then we can just stomp every matchup all the way through. Why can Emerald players have normal top laners versus an Heimer? I mean, you know what you should do against them though in that elo, right? If they pick Heimerdinger or something like that, you sit in this brush and you kill them level 1 because they never know how to play around that. My prime sub just vanished there. Oh, Sora, did you? Don't worry, Sora. I appreciate the prime sub either way. Hopefully, stop league unfortunately, but always do your streams. Keep it up, man. Hey, it's also, you say you stop league, but it'll bring you back one day. That's what it always does. I've seen players that didn't play this game for like 4 years come back and they randomly start playing it again. Boxer P came back last season. He hadn't played for 10 years. That's what I'm saying, bro. Were you always on 60 ping in this server? Yeah. He's matching my my wave push. Okay. So I gotta match it with him. Yep. He's really limit testing it with me. I respect it. Nice parry. Had to do that there. Just to keep the wave control the same. Was flash necessary there? Yeah, I think so.
Bring them to me. Drive them into the light.
Okay, that works out for me, thankfully. Let's do that. You got flash? Just flash it, bro. Okay, now you're good. Run, homie, run. He's actually losing so much for chasing there. He lost cannon, she lost like 3-4 minutes. She's still chasing. That's so bad for her. I also paid for the Prime for level 1. Kinda. I mean, I wanted to test it more against like a Conqueror Fiora. It just so happens she went Grasp. I think Dorn's Blade works just fine against Grasp setup. The Longsword seems to be better against Conqueror setup. But you get 4th item, Shojin. Well, I don't know about your game, man, but typically what I get is Last Whisper. Seralda, who is it? Seralda or whatever the fucking name is. But the true answer is depends. Baited. He just didn't know. He didn't know. Alright, chat. We're gonna limit this a little bit because I have flash. That's the only reason. Damn, what a parry. She actually parried through the wind slash. I just wanted to chunk her down at least. Push him.
My blade, my fire.
You have slain an enemy. An enemy has been slain.
Oh god. This is... What a fucking disaster. What a fucking disaster for that Fiora. Jesus. Alright boys, time to vacuum. Let's go. And if Fiora's, by the way, so bad, feels like a go to the US one. Well, here's the thing at least. You could probably practice this matchup with the best Fiora with like low ping, and it would be like a completely different ball game for both. Honestly, for the Fiora and the Riven, it would be fucking dope. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't feel that much different if I play the Fioras in Europe outside of like a couple people specifically. Because I've always said this: the difference in players within the servers are it's usually like individuals that like really impress you. It's not so much like the server as a whole. Obviously, like the level is different from server to server, but like at the peak, it's just specific people, man. Like I can promise you, if I play in Europe with like really low ping, I'd probably fucking roll like 99% of the server in like high level, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't really matter too much. Individuals are what matters.
They hide from order.
We played against Spitball Fiora. We haven't gotten the chance to play. I plan on playing him a bit more, or like a bit now when the season starts. That's why I'm getting my MMR up to play with him. Oh yeah, I would love to go against that guy because I actually mentioned him earlier. I actually wanted to see him so I could see what matchups I wanted to pick Fiora into. So it'd be fucking dope. The cool thing too is that the way that you view matchups change based on like who you play or who you play against, right? Oh. Oh, please! Oh my god, I got CC'd the whole way through. I actually couldn't move. That was fucked up. We're definitely doing this game. Like it's funny, not even just in League, but just in other games at high level. You think you know a matchup, and then when you play against someone that's playing it super optimally, then all of a sudden your view on like the risk reward of the matchup changes drastically. So then now you don't think you're like, for example, a matchup. For example, I go like, oh yeah, Riven wins the matchup now, right? But if I go against an extremely godlike Fiora, I might change my tune. It might look completely different. Okay. You see that Riven vs GP matchup is going to be solo? Yeah, I saw it. When Whippo asked me about it, I said that I think Riven should win with the current state. Before I even saw like, you know, 1v1s and all that. Before I saw them doing it in solo queue and practicing 1v1 and all that, I already said I was like I'm pretty sure Riven should win with the base stat nerfs they did to GP. The only thing is that back then, season 10, 11, 12, 13, since those stats were more buffed up for GP, he used to control the wave states a lot more, and it was easier for him. So that's when, in my eyes, GP used to beat Riven. But in the current League meta, no. Not after all the changes happen. I really want to see you play against Rangers, Tryndamere, and EU. Tryndamere, that matchup, I actually can only really play and get a big advantage if I play with like fucking Korean ping, unironically. Because then I can just dodge the W on reaction. Or at least like I can play that mind game. I can't do that with my ping being too high. and then the Tryndamere has to actually use his E or move his character model in a circle to trick the person using the W. If I can't do that, I can't ever say like, oh, like whether a matchup is like fucked up or not. Yeah, like, because I know for a fact that it's easier to play Tryndamere into Riven than it is to play Riven into Tryndamere. But one of the things that I see that completely fucks over the Riven every time is her getting stopped by the W. And then he just like chases down and just kills with lethal tempo, right? It's fucked up. You can react to that skill? Yep, because that skill is, if you think about it, people, in, for example, in fighting games are reacting to moves that are not, like let's say like 13 frames, right? 13, 12 frames. You know how many frames the Tryndamere W is? Do you know? It's like 26 frames. It's incredibly slow. It just looks really fast. It has a very clear visual. How do you calculate the frames? You do the move, you put it in slow motion, and you play it frame by frame.